we here?
Yes.
We are here.
Hello.
Sorry, it's Ira. He insisted on running up to the studio so he could say hello to his Papa and Eli, who are listening down in the car in the parking lot below.
Hi, John and Eli, if you're listening.
Okay, are you happy now?
Yeah, I'm going to leave now. Bye.
Bye.
I'll see you at Jen's. Hi, everybody.
Talking to me?
You are the everybody who is here next to me, I suppose.
No, I second the motion. Hi, everybody.
Oh, I'm all tangled. There we go. Whew. I'm still in a food coma from your house from yesterday.
I know. That was good.
It was super yummy. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Although if you're like me, it's not over yet.
Yeah, you have a whole nother Thanksgiving today.
I do. The second we get off air, I have to fly.
That's pretty exciting to get to keep eating with just a short break in between for sleep.
I didn't have any breakfast because I knew it was just going to be too much for me.
Yeah.
And I didn't need any. I was still full.
I know. I have a lot of leftovers. I'm looking forward to them tonight.
I love leftovers.
Yeah, I want to keep eating too.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm feeling a little scared because I didn't make a list, so I'm just
Oh, that's okay. We
looking
have
around the blank table in front of me.
We have so many things to talk about, really. We could talk about last night, for example, because we did spend Thanksgiving together.
True.
And I'm just so glad that you guys came over.
It was so much fun.
I got to put my heat up. I put my heat up to 60.
Oh, God, my phone is ringing. Sorry.
Can I hear that?
Oh, it's my... Yes. Can you hear it?
Sounds like a child's toy.
This is my
It's
sister
scary.
Jen
That's
saying,
creepy.
we're coming, we're listening to your radio show.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no. Who's listening?
Turn it off, Jen.
Why is she listening?
I don't know.
You said your family didn't listen.
I think they're probably just in the car listening, but I'm going to shut my phone noises off because...
I kind of liked that creepy thing.
I didn't choose that. Ira set all my tones on my phone. I did choose the crickets because I liked that, but all the other tones on my phone my kids chose, and I don't know how to change them, so whatever.
Well, you were talking about The Exorcist last night.
Yes, because, well, what were we talking about? We were talking about that wind harp that was in that commune or whatever in Chelsea, and then it went, and they used it for sound effects on The Exorcist.
Is that really true?
It is.
Who told you?
No, remember last night I looked it up on like the Wikipedia page or something.
Okay.
What, Ira?
You said I'll see you at Jen's. We're not.
I meant Myra's. Sorry, I was confused. Jen's picking you up. Jen said she's on her way.
Hi, Avery.
Avery is listening now. Anyway,
this is better than the tin can telephone.
God, I know. Or what else did we say? Oh no, the kids wanted to bring telegraphs and Morse code back to you the other night.
Yeah, I definitely do. I think so. Yeah. So one thing last night, I was thinking I like to see which food people like best.
I liked your sweet potato pie best. That was my favorite thing.
That was pretty good. But I liked it. What'd you like, Ira?
I like the pizza.
I thought you'd like the pizza. That's good. That's why we had the pizzas, because we knew there'd be some great pizza eaters at the table. But I thought it was cool when it was time to have dessert, and so all the desserts come out, and John has his little dessert plate, and he just like fills it up with
yogurt.
Plain yogurt.
He loves plain yogurt.
And then
it's really weird.
I know that I pushed the maple syrup towards him, thinking, oh, of course he wants a little maple syrup with his plain yogurt, but he didn't. He's just like spooning it up, and that's I admire.
He's a full-on weirdo.
Yeah, I admire it.
Jen's here. I'm gonna leave now. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
I love
bye.
you.
Hi, Jen. I can see you.
Now she's not listening.
So exciting.
Jen can't listen when she's walking across the parking lot.
Behave yourself until I get there, okay? Okay.
You have to tell him to behave himself?
Yeah, I have to tell him to behave himself, and it's totally futile. I'm sure he's not going to behave himself. He's that kind.
Sorry, I have this new technology.
I know.
I want to make sure that I think I'd see it clipping if it was clipping.
I'm staring in awe at your new voice recorder thing. Yeah. It's so sci-fi. Those things on the side look like what you used to put, you know those disposable flashes that you used to stick onto cameras? Like little flash bulbs?
Like when a guy has an unmarked police car and he sticks like a light on top of it?
Kind of. But remember cameras like 20, 30 years ago? and you could buy those little square. They looked like an ice cube or something, and you could snap them onto your camera, and that was a one-time disposable flash.
That's really kind of cool.
Anyway, the side holes in your thing look like you could snap some.
Oh, the XLR inputs. Yeah, there's 4 XLR inputs on this little handheld Zoom recorder. It's very cool. You can do a 4-track recording on this thing. So it's
I still think we should have cut our Christmas album last night. But we didn't really have enough time, what with all of our gossiping and eating.
Yeah.
That would have been funny, though.
We got in some good Chelsea gossip, for sure.
I felt terrible for Paul, who had to just listen to us talking a mile a minute about everything we could think of.
Well, and of course, we can't repeat any of it here.
I know. Sorry,
except
y'all.
what I could say is that it might be getting hard to buy pants in Chelsea soon. Would you say?
I don't know. Don't know about that.
Well, there were some rumors afoot.
I feel like that is just a full-on rumor.
Okay, forget it.
I don't know.
I don't know. But we did talk about pants, where you can buy pants in Chelsea.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Do you want your tea closer to you?
Yeah, I put
or should I just keep it over here?
Yeah, I didn't want to scare Bob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bob is the best. He's such a good DJ.
Oh my God.
He's like the real deal. Like, actually, he does the DJ stuff. He has a calm, modulated voice. He does all the things he's supposed to do, like introducing shows and thanking people.
And uplifting people.
Doesn't like stumble or stutter, and he doesn't say the same word over and over again like I say like. And apparently, and what did Paul tell us that we actually say a lot?
That we say like, is that a thing?
Oh.
That's the phrase that we evidently repeat over and over to each other, that we both say it. Is that a thing?
I'm going to have to watch for that now.
Yeah.
I was totally fascinated. I was getting late last night, and I yawned. And then Paul yawned, and he said, yawning is... It's a symptom of empathy. It's like a psychological, and he said that sociopaths don't yawn after people. And it never occurred to me as why yawns were contagious at all.
Yeah.
And that was really interesting. And then he sent us a link this morning about it. And
about psychopaths.
And that was really interesting.
Which he knows that we like that topic, because we bring it up on this station quite a bit.
I know. Well,
we talk about all kinds of things like narcissists and psychopaths and sociopaths, and we try to kind of create distinctions between the three, because it can get pretty confusing.
I know.
Who could think that there could be so many of all these different groups populating the earth at this moment?
They're getting worse, too. Although, you know what I just saw this morning, and it was super disturbing? What state was it? Hold on. I gotta turn on my telephone, and I'll tell you.
Oh, and I especially enjoyed the tapeworm discussion that we had at the table.
We had a lot of inappropriate at the table discussions, which we probably...
Well, I tell you...
We're lucky nobody has a very weak stomach, because we really did.
Yeah, we didn't
talk about some.
We didn't cut it short.
Non-dinner topics.
In fact, I was truly relieved to find out that they could not get longer than 50 foot.
Yeah,
right.
Big relief.
Yeah.
Huge.
Because somebody had said 75-foot tapeworm.
I said
right.
I said 90.
You said 90, which was an exaggeration.
It was, but I was mistaken. I think the actual number I was told by the person who was telling me the story was probably 9.
Oh. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Oh, now it's gone.
Yeah.
There was a story I had pulled up here. It was about, I can't remember where it is now. Was it Iowa? God, I forgot. They have decided that a woman... No, wait a minute. God, if I could just find it. They've decided that if you don't take an ectopic pregnancy
ectopic.
Isn't it ectopic pregnancy, and try to re-implant it into a uterus, that it is murder, which is the most dumb, because all doctors are weighing in saying that's actually impossible. There isn't any procedure to do that. This is not a viable anything. You can't do that. That will kill the mother. So basically they're saying, if you don't at least attempt this, it's murder. If you don't kill the mother, then it's murder.
So we have to decide about things that aren't even going to happen. We have to decide. Well,
in whatever state it is, they have ruled for all of their abortion laws that a fertilized egg is considered a baby.
I see.
So when it's did you say entopic?
I said entopic.
My entire life thought it was eptopic.
No, but see, you're having a hard time saying eptopic because it's not a word. There is entropy is a word.
Right. But anyway, this is just absolutely insane because it means absolute certain death to the mother if they do this to
I see.
egg that is not at all viable, and this is not a medical procedure that is even available or done. You can't do it because it's like it's basically like just shooting the mother in the head. There's no
this is what I call the thought police. That's the latest thing on the planet is that the thought police are taking over our legal system. So now it's going to be dangerous to think certain things, and God forbid you try to express those things on social media.
It's Todd, and he found it.
Todd.
It's the C. I told you, Christina.
Ectopic.
It's ectopic. Why?
But you said eptopic.
I don't know why
Todd.
Todd is...
Todd.
Yay! Good.
But we're trying to spread misinformation, and I can't believe. Okay. Eptopic. No. Ectopic.
I have always said ep.
Why?
I don't know why I've always said ep.
Why do they make so many words that are similar sounding?
I don't know,
There's
Christina.
something wrong with that.
Weren't you an English major?
Yes, but I was into poetry. I wasn't into science. I wouldn't have created like 10 science words that sound so similar to each other.
What if you wanted to write a poem about
What's that
things?
thing? What's that disease you can get?
And now you've screwed me all up.
Yeah. See,
endometriosis. There.
That doesn't sound quite right.
Endometriosis.
Really?
Yes. It's like fibroids and scar tissue
can you
inside
believe
your
how
uterus.
much that sounds, but doesn't sound like those other words.
Right.
That
Maybe that's
saying.
why you're trying to put an N there because you would think that's is it prefix or suffix? Prefix is the first part, right? And endo, you'd think that probably means the Latin version of like uterus, right?
Endo?
Endo's
in or out. Endo. It's in the endo or it's in the outro.
No. You're totally making that up right now.
No, but what's that joke?
I have no idea.
I don't know. There's a lot of jokes about innuendo, right?
Innuendo. Yeah, I think that
you know what I'm saying?
There's some very sexual. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm now. It's dawning on me. The light is dawning. Yes.
Like
okay.
Italians and stuff, right? But I can say that because I'm part Italian, so I'm not
any
besmirching Italians.
Oh my God, my eye is twitching. It hasn't twitched since our last radio show. Basically,
that's kind of cool.
I thought it was over with, but I guess I didn't really get any sleep last night.
It's a sign that you're channeling. Probably you're channeling.
Radio waves react badly with my eyelids.
Yeah, but there's certain kind of stream of information that's coming in through your frontal lobe and creating that twitch. And that's why so much misinformation gets spread here.
It's my twitch. I can just blame it on my twitch.
No, I'm just saying you don't have to take responsibility for it because you're channeling it.
It's too bad twitch is such an annoying sounding. Like, it could be a cool thing. The word itself has some neat sounds to it. Twitch.
There's a TV channel. Amazon's TV channel. It's called Twitch.
Really?
Yeah. Twitch TV. Oh, it's a train. Oh my gosh.
Early.
I think it did work when you opened the window. Through the store.
Though every time I do it, I'm just opening the window up to another window. But
that's
you're okay.
I think it works.
All right, I'm going to give it a try. If I can untangle myself here from all of this business. Oh, God. Okay, I'm doing it.
It's definitely coming.
It's kind of far off, though. We probably are prematurely.
No, it's going to... There it is.
Okay. It's coming.
Just don't get impatient.
Who's impatient?
You are. I can tell. You're like, when is this going to be done? No, that sounds really cool. That was intense.
I wish they'd play a little shave and a haircut, 2 bits or something. Wouldn't that be neat? It's probably a law. They probably aren't allowed to.
That was the Johnny Cash train. I could tell.
It was sounding like it wanted to go right into Orange Blossom Special.
Yeah.
I had that feeling too.
Lonesome whistle was blowing.
Yeah. But
so we could all use our daily dose of the lonesome whistle. What's wrong with this microphone?
What's wrong with everything?
It seemed...
Did you just
What's
break
wrong with everything?
What'd you just do?
I just stopped when you said, what's wrong with everything? That stopped me in my tracks. You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
No. What's rolled up in that little package of newspaper you have over there?
That's not mine.
Oh.
That was left here. It could be an incendiary device of some sort.
Oh my God.
I'll slide it over to you and you can check it out.
I don't want it.
I actually think it's just a piece of newspaper.
It has tape on it. I don't.
There, you open it.
No.
Maybe it's for you.
No. Nope. I'm not touching it.
Not falling for that trick.
No, not doing it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well.
Let's just introduce the show and get that business over with.
Right.
Now that we're like halfway through.
Yeah.
11th Hour Radio, folks. Coming to you live from beautiful downtown South Royalton, Vermont. Royalton Community Radio, WFVR LP 96.5. With my co-host, Christina Stikos. I don't know how I was going to finish that sentence. So, you say something.
Nice. Okay, well, I'm just happy. I'm thankful for so many things. I'm thankful that I don't have to walk like 10,000 turkeys to Boston.
I know, that was a thing.
That was a thing.
I said it, Paul. That was a thing once. People used to dwarf. You know, though.
Who made up that
phrase? Aren't turkeys supposed to be fat? And if you take them on a marathon, they're gonna be rangy little stringy birds.
But it's better than not having a turkey. I mean, if you eat turkey, which I don't, and I'm not supporting the wholesale slaughter of turkeys. I just brought that up because it's an interesting fact about Vermont farmers.
Not right. Have you just ever looked at one's face? It's
well, we can now because they all were just killed yesterday.
Of random hangy skin at it. And it's just like dripping off.
That's because you don't like poultry. We talked about that last night.
I'm fine with eating poultry. I will eat them all up because.
But you also don't like them as you don't like to farm with. I don't like them poultry.
As people. In general, I get along great with cows and other things that people eat. So I don't really feel like eating them. But I don't get along well with poultry.
Them. You don't cozy up to them. You don't really, think of them affectionately.
I did see a cute video of a guy hugging a turkey the other day, and it did give me a moment's pause. Okay. He was petting a pig. He was a guy who had one of those animal rescue things, and he had a pig in his living room, and it was laying on a mattress, and he was scratching the pig, and this turkey was going in circles all around the guy, like kind of pestering him. You could see the internal struggle. The turkey was saying, "Why are you petting that pig? Pet me, pet me." And the turkey would not rest until the man pet and hugged the turkey and gathered the turkey into his lap and held it. And then you could see that the turkey was quite happy, and that's what he wanted. And so I said, wow, that turkey is not like the turkeys that I have known.
Huh.
So, but.
Yeah, right on. That's a cool turkey story.
Anyhow.
Yeah.
But see, I don't like pigs. I don't like pigs one bit, but I don't eat them really either, just because I guess I don't really like the taste of pig things so much.
Do we need to discuss each type of meat?
No, we don't.
Two vegetarians analyzing the merits of various types of meat.
No,
I don't think anybody else wants to listen to us either.
No,
talking about that stuff. Because we lost all our credibility when we said we were vegetarians, and we had a vegetarian Thanksgiving just like Tulsi Gabbard.
Did she say that?
She had all these videos yesterday about vegetarian Thanksgiving in New Hampshire. Yeah,
and they had no difference. They ate. There wasn't turkey, so what?
Right, but they had almost the same stuff that we had.
Yeah,
it was so similar.
You know what is silly and they don't taste very good is those tofurkeys. They don't taste very good.
Well, you have to hand make a tofurkey.
Yeah, I think we just thumped it out of its package and cooked it, and it was weird.
Well, actually, I was going to say that's the one thing that they had that we didn't have was a fake turkey. We didn't even attempt that. I wouldn't go near that.
I feel like if you're a vegetarian for moral reasons, why would you eat something that was shaped? Like, why would you spend the time crafting something into an animal form?
Exactly. You said the word craft. It's like a craft project. You take the tofu, you smush...
Sculpture.
No, you smush it up. You smush it into a colander. Then you scoop out a little hole where you put the stuffing. And then this is the hard part, is flipping the colander. You flip the colander. And if it doesn't all go on the floor, then you have this nice mound on a baking sheet. And then you baste the heck out of it and cook it and cook it and cook it until it's like as hard as a shoe.
Oh, sounds so appetizing.
Well, it's great. Gravy is the part that makes everything taste good. So you have to make a vegetarian gravy, which I can make that.
I can't even make normal gravy because I'm not a gravy fan. Because I think gravy is just like slimy. It's just like fat in a pitcher, right?
What happened to that dog food called Gravy Trade?
Oh,
remember that?
Yeah, you know what?
I missed that.
I remember seeing their commercials as a kid.
Yeah, with the little
and it looked really good. Like, I would have eaten it.
Chuck wagon.
It was like a really similar commercial to the Dinty Moore beef stew commercials. And I loved Dinty Moore beef stew as a child.
I missed those days so much when it was fun and little wagon trains were following dogs around in the kitchen in like a suburban kitchen, right?
One of my favorite shows, I guess, that I used to have on a VHS tape that I always watched at Christmas time was all the Christmas commercials ever since Christmas commercials began, basically. Like all the sort of famous ones from the 50s and on. So it was lots of like Coca-Cola commercials and, pepperoni and Ritz crackers and just commercials that would come on at Christmas time. And I think there was a Christmassy dog food commercial in there as well. But I don't know where it went. Plus, you can't play really VHS tapes anymore. But it was like 3 hours of Christmas commercials from forever. It was sort of a documentary.
I bet you liked that
really
a lot.
Good.
I bet
it really
you did.
got you in the holiday spirit.
That's what's so weird about you, that you like stuff like that.
There used to be a major art form in making a commercial,
Those were the days. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, Oreo cookies used to have some pretty decent commercials too.
Well, why is it? Because there's great commercials now. There's like really great commercials, but
only during the Super Bowl, I think, are there great commercials.
No, I think there are some, but I don't like them.
Well, I don't really see them
because
they on TV, but
they seem to legitimize something that I don't like now.
Yeah.
Whereas before we were all naive and we thought television was such a great thing. Well, now we know better. We know better, so we shouldn't be falling in for these like really smart television commercials. I would just caution people to not fall into that trap. It's bad for your health. During the Super
Bowl, when they have like puppies and Clydesdales, I gotta say the Budweiser commercials are pretty good.
But don't you feel suckered in?
Well, I don't drink, so I'm not suckered in. They didn't sucker me in.
No, but
I just got to enjoy their commercial.
They manipulate your emotions.
Didn't buy their product.
But they manipulate you to get you feeling all soft-hearted, and somehow subliminally you kind of bond your soft-heartedness with a product or some kind of commerciality.
Well, I didn't bond that hard because I'm still not buying any.
You're still buying stuff like Fruit Loops.
I haven't this whole week.
That doesn't count. Come on.
I haven't eaten any of it. It's really hard though, Christina. It's just they look so good.
You sound so pitiful right now. I'm sorry.
Super sad when I have to give up some junk food that I love.
I shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's okay. I'm giving it up anyway.
No, don't for my sake.
Or I'll have cancer like immediately. Like they pretty much are on the carcinogenic list of like this will give you cancer. I might as well just eat cancer. I don't know. So I can't have it anymore, but it's just sad. Okay. Why can you get the kind that don't give you cancer in Canada? And that's cool. That's awesome. Why can't we have that? What is the huge problem that we have to put cancer in our food on purpose?
Because we're in a little laboratory created by the CIA.
No, but we should be able to get some Fruit Loops that don't have cancer.
The military-industrial complex is doing experiments on the American public. That's why we're eating Fruit Loops that cause cancer.
Ira and a lot of other things. Ira, who is also a Fruit Loop connoisseur, but I got to wean him off too. Or he weans off whenever I wean off because I don't buy them. But he says the Canadian ones are not as brightly colored because they're not.
Oh, there you go.
And they're not quite as sweet.
Yeah, so
I don't really notice a difference.
Yeah, you can see the sparkling goodness of sugar on U.S. Fruit Loops for sure.
The other ones are dyed with like beet juice and stuff, and he says that they're a little bit more. The American ones, like the purple is a bright purple, the green is a bright green, the yellow is a bright green yellow. I mean, and the Canadian ones, their colors
are muted,
pastel. And they kind of look like
like natural
if you squint
things.
and look at a bowl, they're all kind of just like a vague pinky
They're probably
color.
plant dyed.
They are plant dyed.
Yeah, like with leaves and nuts, like acorns, for example.
Canadians know where it's at.
They do.
I just am so mad that they're like touching us. They're right there. They're touching us. Why can't we take some of their magic here?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So that I can have Fruit Loops.
But Canada has problems too.
Everything has problems.
Don't assume that they're not having some very serious problems, because they're sort of part of the whole apparatus that includes Canada, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and the US. They're all the evil countries. Okay, so on to some happier things. I have a song here called "The Long Ride Home."
Didn't we just play that?
I forget who it is. Do you remember?
No, I never remember, but I thought we
forgot to write it down, but I'll tell you after I play it.
Okay,
so it's
all
channel
right, put
6.
It on.
Okay, get a bit back to the eating here.
Long black limousine, shiniest car I ever seen. Backseat is nice and clean, rides as quiet as a dream. Someone dug a hole 6 long feet in the ground. I said goodbye to you, and I threw my roses down. Ain't nothing left at all in the end of being proud of me riding in this car and you flying through them clouds. I've had some time to think about it and watch the sun sink like a stone. I've had some time to think about you on the long ride home. The day I took your tiny hand, put your finger in the wedding band. Daddy gave a piece of land, and we made ourselves the best of plans. 40 years go by with someone laying in your bed. 40 years of things you say you wish you'd never said. How hard would it have been to say some kinder words instead? I wonder as I stare up at the sky all turning red. I've had some time to think about it and watch the sun sink like a stone. I've had some time to think about you on the long ride home. Headlights searching down the driveway. The house is dark as it can be. I go inside and notice silence that seems as empty as the inside of me. I had some time to think about it and watch the sun sink like a stone. I've had some time to think about you on the long, on the long, on the long, on the long ride home.
Willa Mamet.
You were scared there for a minute.
It took me a while because I haven't listened carefully to that album. But she's such a great person. I can't wait to see her again.
I like that song quite a bit.
Yeah, she moved to California. She grew up in Vermont. She moved to California, and that's where she is.
When California falls off the country, she'll have to come back.
That's right. And she does come back.
Good.
Yeah. So it's buy nothing day. Buy nothing and save 100%. That's what everybody's saying.
I never buy anything on Black Friday.
Why?
Never had any interest in battling the crowds, or I don't. That's not the kind of stuff that I buy for people anyway. I don't go out and buy all these things that people.
You don't go to Target?
No, we don't even have a Target, dude. Like, where's the closest Target?
Don't we have a Target in Vermont? We do.
I don't know.
Yeah, we do.
I've never been to a Target in my life. Well, that's not true. I may have gone to one maybe on a road trip or something once because I needed some... I think I went to one once when we were camping someplace because I forgot to wear earrings. And my OCD freaks out when I don't have earrings in. I don't know why that is.
Yeah. I don't blame people for wanting to get cheap stuff.
So I went and got a cheap pair of hoop earrings to wear because I understand. I couldn't deal with it. It was the oddest thing. I think we needed
don't feel guilty.
Hand sanitizer or something too.
If you want to go to Target today, I'm going to be fine with it.
There isn't one, and I have to go to Thanksgiving today. So
okay, don't be snotty.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I was trying to relate to your feelings of...
Kmart is going out of business, I heard, in West Lebanon, and everyone is begging and pleading that a Target goes there.
Well, what about Montgomery Ward's?
Same, because they're owned. Sears and Kmart are owned by the same thing, right?
Do you think it has something to do with Amazon?
I don't know.
There's basically going to be one company that sells everything.
Ew.
If you type
that Amazon, I thought you were talking about the river. It was super weird.
Wow, that shows how sheltered you are.
Yeah, I am. I was like, or the rainforest. I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, if you type the letter A into your Google search engine, the first thing that will come up is Amazon. I'm sure. They're trying to get us all over there.
Not gonna lie, I use Amazon pretty. This is why
I'm trying to resist it.
All smug about I don't have to go shopping on Black Friday. Yeah, and it's really because I just pretty much order everything from online stores.
Well, so many links, especially for books, will take you right to Amazon. And so what I do is I take the link to Amazon, and then I see the book and I say, okay, that's the book I want. And then I type in ABE books, and which is, they have used books, and I go there, and that's where I shop. Now, hopefully that's not a subsidiary of Amazon, I'm hoping.
I do a lot of my shopping. I found that eBay carries a lot of the same stuff that Amazon does now, and I don't know why I think this, but it feels like eBay is less evil. And a lot of eBay sales are just personal people, too, so I buy a lot of stuff from there.
We could all shop on Etsy.
Etsy seems pretty decent, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't delved into the politicalness of each of these shopping sites, but I do order a lot of stuff online.
Yeah, I get a lot of books.
The UPS man, FedEx man, they are so familiar with our house. They know our dogs by name. Our dogs love them. Our dogs climb into their truck to get their treats themselves because they know right where the guy stores them.
Yes, I suppose we could go to bookstores locally and order the books. It's just you just don't. That's a hard step for me to take, and I don't know.
Shopping has
maybe I can change.
Life
maybe
so
I should
much.
Change that. Yeah,
I'm just so busy. The thought of going out of my house and shopping for objects is so not a thing that I can do. Really, I just don't have the time to do that. It has to just be on my doorstep when I get home.
Yeah,
that's
I know. I do so much impulse shopping of books. So it's hard, and a lot of them actually are obscure. And if I can get them used, I'd rather get them used. So it's a toss up there.
I haven't ordered any books in a long time because we have so many books that I'm sort of scarred by the amount of books we have, and the thought of another book coming into my home makes me
nauseous,
vomit. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I can see that in your case. I'll make an exception for you. I mean, until you build that book barn that I was telling you guys should
count
build
them
that
at some
book
point.
barn.
I mean, it would take weeks, but I would like to count our books because I know already that we have far more than the public library has. But I would like to compare. I would like to know the actual number just for the heck
inventory.
of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
I just need that number to throw in John's face sometimes when he's being particularly needy about having to buy more books.
Well, you know what they did in Paris?
What?
They did this protest for Black Friday where they blocked the way to the Amazon warehouse with old refrigerators and straw and old microwaves. I'm curious why they chose those items. Maybe just because
maybe people had them.
Those are things that you used to buy that just were you didn't have so many options. You just had a refrigerator. Everybody sort of had the same refrigerator.
Usually avocado or Harvest Gold.
Yeah, and there wasn't planned obsolescence with refrigerators. Like now, when they become computerized, it's all going to be you're going to have to get a new one and upgrade your software and all that crap. Instead of just having a plain old refrigerator that you could, if you needed to put it on the driveway to the Amazon warehouse, you could actually pull it out and drag it out there.
What's with those refrigerators now that you can hook up to your iPhone so it'll tell you what you're out of? Or it has a little camera inside of it so you can look around your refrigerator and be like, oh, well, I only have this many maraschino cherries, so I better get some more.
There's a name for that. Stupidity.
I think it's called like a smart fridge. But
it's called the Internet of Things, where everything is connected by wireless signals. And it's really bad.
Are making me itch.
Well, because somebody has to control that whole AI system. Somebody has to control it. Who do we think is controlling it? And if they want to shut it off, they can shut it off anytime. Whereas an old-fashioned refrigerator, you plug it in and it works. And it doesn't tell you how much milk there is. You have to look inside and look for yourself.
Growing up, we had a gas refrigerator, which was kind of scary because I think every once in a while it would leak.
Oh, I had one of those.
So they're kind of scary already because, there's Freon in refrigerators. But this was like Freon plus propane.
Yeah, I told you what happened with my gas fridge because I had a gas fridge at my last house.
What?
Well, dust bunnies built up in the vent pipe and caught fire from, I guess, the pilot light. And that was kind of a bit of a disaster because if that had happened at night, we would have really had a problem.
You would have been the opposite of refrigerated.
Exactly. I have a vocab word for you.
The one you wouldn't tell me last night?
Well, I have spelling words and vocabulary.
Oh, but I don't even have paper or a pen today. What's
I can give you some here.
Okay, all right.
Just don't. Okay, let me give you a piece.
You just wanted to do that.
I wanted to crinkle the paper in the microphone. That's one of my favorite pastimes.
I know.
I don't get to do it
I tell people that
much.
all the time. I'd say Christina likes to crinkle the sound.
I should have been a sound
paper.
effects person.
You still could.
I could. I'm thinking about it. I always try to figure how I could incorporate more sound effects into my productions, but mostly I record music, so you don't usually.
Why not venture into some music that has some very interesting? Why not use crinkling paper as your percussion theme or something?
Right.
We could figure this out.
Okay.
All right. Give me these words anyway.
Okay. Tell me, what is planned obsolescence and how do you spell it?
Oh, you already just basically talked about that when you said that refrigerators basically have this lifespan where they know that the computer is going to die and they know you're going to have to buy a new one.
Yes. So it's a method of stimulating consumer demand by designing products that wear out or become outmoded after limited use. Yes. Okay, well, let's skip that. Let's go straight to the spelling words. Okay. And actually, mysteriously, a spelling word appeared on my pad last night after you left. I went, and it wasn't in my handwriting. So somebody had left a mystery spelling word for you on my pad, and here it is. Sarsaparilla. This is so hard. And I think the Mandela effect is
I know, because I know this one has the weird, like, it's not anywhere. It's
but it used to spell the way it sounds. It used to be sarsaparilla. I know it did. And then the Mandela effect started. We started time warping into some different dimensions, and now it's spelled really funny. Just like some of those logos that are changing, like VW and stuff. So, what do you think? What are you guessing? Like, how are you starting that word?
With an S.
Yeah, but like go a little farther. How far can you go?
I'm doing SASS, but
you're going to be so shocked by this.
No, I'm not. Because I've seen it and I remembered
it's going to rock your
recently.
World. Well, if one of your kids wrote this word onto my pad last night,
because I've had this exact same conversation in issue where we tried to look up sarsaparilla.
It must have been Eli. I don't think Ira could spell this.
No, Ira can't spell his own name half the time. Okay, what?
This is going to blow your mind. You're going to feel like...
I'm not. I'm going to be like, oh, right, when you say it.
Like you don't know your name anymore after you hear this.
I think I needed this for some historical thing I was writing. And I had to look it up. Okay, go ahead.
SAR.
Right, SARS.
Why? It's wrong.
No, there's no Y. S-A-R.
That's the part. That is the part. S-A-R-S-A, sarsa.
Yep.
Parilla, P-A-R-I-L-L-A.
Yes.
Sarsaparilla. Come on. It's impossible.
Well, just say it with a little twang. Sarsaparilla. Just say it like that.
I will not. Well, because it's just there's something wrong. There's something amiss here. This is like an alien intervention that decided that this would be funny to like pull this one over on humans.
Just make a silent R randomly. There are so many words where they just throw a random silent thing in there.
No, but don't you see?
Reason.
What I'm trying to say is that it used to be spelled right, and now it's spelled wrong. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Deep. Okay.
We have to go to another song.
Oh.
Let's go to...
Why do leggings make me itch so bad?
You just always itch on the show. You itch and you twitch.
I itch, twitch, yawn.
Yeah. And have empathy.
I have so much empathy.
Okay, here's Chateauguay. This is Val McCallum.
Okay.
Sleeping in motion passenger side, suspended still in the trembling will of her blackened eyes. Yes, there'd be hell to pay, but that he justified, for the dream was cruel and its beauty made a fool of any man who tried. Can't see. And now heaven's open, drowning me. Can it be? A promise broken, with nothing spoken, just unclean. This bitter river, I can't quit her, tether me. Chateauguay. Followed the wire to the high chaparral. In the empty field, what was not revealed was her biggest tell. He knew he had nothing, and nothing to hide. And as his mind got clear, he could feel the fear and the love collide. Can't see. Now heaven's open, drowning me. Can it be? A promise broken, with nothing spoken, just unclean. This bitter river, I can't quit her, tether me. Chateauguay. There's nothing but the long-edged blade of the winter wind on the outer plains, and the disappearing road he'd lost, and the line he'd never ever crossed. And in the shallow sun, the unseen light, he'd thrown his heart to the ragged night. On the map of her skin, wagered his life for a horse couldn't win. surrender. Gut-wrenching plea. What knew was right, gone dark tonight. What he longed to be, can't see. And now heaven's open, drowning me. Can it be? A promise broken, but nothing spoken, just unclean. This bitter river, I can't quit her, tether me. Chateauguay.
That was an interesting ending.
It was.
I didn't remember that being a part of that song.
So
I co-wrote that song.
The oohing?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I did get up to the DMV this week. I went to the Burlington DMV, which I have to say is just a fantastic place.
I didn't even know there was. I mean, of course, there has to be one probably there.
It's behind Barnes and Noble.
It's the Queen City, right?
Yeah.
Barnes
Anna wanted to go there. We had so much fun. We were there for like an hour and a half.
At the DMV?
We did. We sat side by side. This is the trick, is to do your paperwork with a friend or a loved one.
That's true.
And have it be kind of a social thing.
Yeah.
We're going to the DMV. And the people were so nice. And, they have these little cubicles that are personalized.
I know. They each have their own little curtain.
Yeah. I wonder if they get to pick the fabric.
I think they do. I've so many hours spent sitting in the DMV. I've examined everyone's curtains and thought about it. They had to have picked the fabric themselves.
I can't believe you noticed the curtains.
Yeah.
Because I did too.
Yes.
And then there's some interesting artwork. Some of them hang on the back wall of their cubicles.
Yep. Yeah.
Imagine if you had a cubicle.
Some have little jars with like candy and things too, but not everybody.
Yeah.
It's like the bank. I think bank tellers are also allowed to kind of personalize their little desk space.
Not a lot.
Not a lot, no.
Like what
it's
kind
not
of
like,
candy?
It's not like cubicles.
I bet you can't give away
DMV.
just any kind of candy at the bank.
Probably not. Probably not.
Has to be corporate sanctioned candy pieces.
I kind of freaked out at my grandmother's this week because we always go and craft at her house one day a week. And when we leave her building, this independent housing apartment unit, there's a door person that you have to sign in and out as you come in and out of there. So, and there's a little bowl of Lifesavers that's always by the sign out thing. And despite my Fruit Loops love, I'm not a candy eater. I don't really eat candy, but something about grape,
Smarties?
No, grape Lifesavers just takes me back to childhood. And,
Grape
they're little.
Lifesavers.
So I usually grab a grape Lifesaver out of the little bowl when we sign out.
Like one Lifesaver?
Yeah, just one Lifesaver.
How do they individually package Lifesaver?
Yeah, you can buy
individual Lifesavers? Mm-hmm. Are you kidding?
No.
What a waste of plastic.
I know it is, but I always take a purple one. So I have one purple Lifesaver a week.
Okay.
And then this week, now that's the holiday season, we got out there and there was a big bowl of all kinds of fancy, like gourmet chocolates.
Oh.
And half of me said, well, that's cool, but where's my purple Lifesaver? And the lady was like, I still have them. And she pulled the Lifesavers out from under the desk.
Wow.
And she gave me a purple one. So instead of the
saved
very expensive
by the bell.
chocolate,
that's fantastic.
I again ate another purple Lifesaver.
And okay, so that's fantastic. That's like a feel-good story?
It's a feel-great story. And everyone who is sitting on the edge of their seat listening to our radio show right now, how I have eaten one purple Lifesaver a week for the last many months.
That's awesome.
Oh, I should prove to Todd that I know who our sponsors are because he just took the booklet away.
Okay.
We want to thank our sponsors and underwriters. We want to thank Howvale Farms. We want to thank Tunbridge Grease Collective. We want to thank Mountain Folk Concert Series, and we want to thank Rivendell Restoration for their fine support of our show.
Excellent. Okay, spell it. Next spelling word for you. You'll never get this one.
You took the pen.
Okay, here.
Okay.
Have the pen.
Okay, go.
Pageant.
Pageant.
What? How did you know that?
How
did you know
I don't know,
that?
Christina, because my dumb act is just an act. No, just kidding. It's not.
Well, in certain areas, I would say you do excel.
I excel.
Yeah.
I do.
I can't believe you got that. I was shocked when I saw it yesterday. I was like, what?
Oh, there's a few words. I don't know. I'm a really bad speller for a writer, but there's a few words that are weird that do stick in my head.
Such as pageant.
Yeah, and once spell check happened, I just became so lazy. I stopped committing some things to memory, and now I'm paying for it every Friday when you ask me these silly spelling questions.
Well, you have redeemed yourself today, so...
Despite my sarsaparilla debacle.
Oh, okay. Headline of the week.
What?
Ready? Fake apologies are on the rise.
Of course they are. People, so is personality disorders, so they go hand in hand.
Well, you know what it is? This is because...
It's chemicals.
No, it's because we have raised generations of children we have forced to say I'm sorry when they don't mean it. This is what happens. You have adults giving fake apologies.
Oh, I thought you meant like people just have no remorse for the things they do wrong.
Well, that too.
Everyone's mentally ill in a way that has been totally perpetuated by the chemicals in our life.
Or the alien agenda. You know, if we're talking about psychopaths and sociopaths and narcissists.
I don't buy into aliens. I just can't.
I know. You just don't like the word.
I don't.
If you saw one, you'd be cool with it.
I wouldn't.
You would.
No, I hate them.
Well, you'd at least feel like, okay, she was right. She was right.
I know, but why are you so convinced there's aliens? Have you seen them?
No, I have not.
Well, then what is
because there are thousands upon thousands of credible accounts of people having encounters with them.
Yeah, but there are also thousands and thousands of people who believe like lots of other stuff that you know to be not true, too.
Okay, tell you what.
What?
I got to move on to the article of the week.
Okay, go.
Since we had the headline of the week, the article of the week is how to use a cheese grater.
Who doesn't know how to use that?
Yeah, exactly my thought.
Oh, did we leave our cheese grater at your house? No, I think we took it, right?
I think you took it.
Okay. We have. Did you notice our cheese grater?
Sorry.
That is our portable cheese grater. So we have a whole rack of cheese graters. And
do you have one shaped like this? See what I'm doing?
No. Well, yes, I see what you're doing, but I don't know what that possibly means.
Like it looks like a file. Shaped like a file.
Yeah.
You have one like that?
I mean, kind of. That's
a very short file. I went ahead and I thought that's the stupidest article I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and read it because I wanted to know if there was something I didn't know about cheese graters.
Is it because people just buy pre-grated shredded cheese so much?
I think it's that the idea is that no, cheese graters are more complicated than we think. That's what it is.
There was a meme that said "Make America Great Again." GRATE.
Oh, you think it's related to that?
Because everyone just buys pre-shredded cheese now.
Oh, God.
Which, by the way, folks, is much more expensive than if you just buy the block and shred it yourself in the 30 seconds that it would take. But I do understand then you would have to wash the cheese grater, which is really unpleasant because a cheese grater not only has two sides, it's just got all these different shapes. It's very hard to wash a cheese grater. I know. We wash them all the time, and it's really upsetting. And we have cheese graters of all different hole sizes. And, you know, things just get caught on those cheese graters, including pieces of your sponge when you're trying to wash it.
Okay, that's enough.
So
that's enough about cheese graters.
Hey,
I didn't realize I was going to open up a whole can of worms here, but we got to end the show. And last week, we really had a problem.
We dropped the ball last week. The next show just started before we could end.
Yeah, so let's do it better this week. Okay. Let's see if we can improve our behavior.
Okay,
which is questionable, but we can always give it a shot. So you've been listening to 11th Hour Radio.
Yeah.
And we broadcast here every Friday that we can. And we have a podcast, so you can look that up on your favorite podcast service or go to our website, which is 11thhourradio.com. And don't miss our fabulous show notes.
Those are the best. Christina really shines at the show notes.
Well, we're going to make a book out of them.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So we have a song to go out on. Todd's bringing something back into he's pointing at something on a piece of paper.
Five Old Tavern and Grill.
Oh, right.
We never remember them.
No. Okay, so we're going to go out on a track by Carl Goulet, who lives in Windsor, and he wrote this song called Jesus, Me, and Whiskey.
That's such a French name.
Yeah, it is. So thanks for listening.
Thank you all. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and we'll see you back here next Friday.
All right.
Bye.
Take care.
Jesus, me, and whiskey is a ride I take alone. I like going places up to now unknown. This guy always shows up on the darkest days. Got so that I don't care if he goes or stays. Barely ever said a word, mostly we just stared. Think he only hung around for that bottle that we shared. Hey, you that guy that saved the world, that what you're here to do? Done that, I still have the marks, the rest is up to you. Find whatever, I don't care, we all have a reason. In the battle for my soul, I've committed treason. Barely ever said a word, mostly he just stared. Think he only hung around to see if someone cared. Pass a bottle, pass a joint, pass a passing thought. Pass on asking any of the questions that I've got. Why bother fixing anything so hopelessly broke? He had a sense of humor, but I didn't get the joke. Barely ever said a word, mostly we just stared. Think he only hung around to see who else had dared. He can't play guitar for shit, but sure can hold his liquor. Been drunk under the table, but no one's done it quicker. I wake up from the nightmare and I'm hoping to see glory. Got another hill to climb and I see he's up before me. Barely ever said a word, mostly he just stared. I think he only hung around to see who could be spared. Barely ever said a word, mostly he just stared. I think he only hung around to see who could be spared. I think he only hung around to see who could be spared.